A major and dangerous winter storm is now unfolding across Ontario, and this is a system that could bring some of the most hazardous travel conditions we have seen so far this season. Over the past several days, we have been closely monitoring this powerful storm, and it has now arrived with significant impacts already underway across both southern and northern Ontario. As we head into Monday, conditions are expected to worsen before they improve, and for some regions, the worst impacts are still ahead. This storm is producing a complex mix of freezing rain, heavy snow, powerful winds, and rapidly changing conditions that will make travel extremely dangerous and, in some cases, nearly impossible. Power outages, road closures, and whiteout conditions are all very real concerns as this system continues to evolve. Let us begin with southern Ontario, where freezing rain has been the primary issue through Sunday and into the overnight hours. Many areas have already seen significant ice accumulation, leading to slippery roads, dangerous sidewalks, and stress on power lines and trees. As we move through Monday morning, temperatures will gradually rise above the freezing mark for a short period of time. This will allow freezing rain to come to an end by late morning or early afternoon for most locations. However, this brief improvement will be short-lived. Behind this system, a surge of much colder Arctic air will rapidly move into the region from the west. As this colder air arrives, precipitation will quickly change from rain or freezing rain over to snow. This transition will happen quickly, and once it does, conditions will deteriorate fast. The incoming cold air combined with strong winds and moisture from the Great Lakes will create an increasingly dangerous setup for snow squalls, particularly east of Lake Huron and southeast of Georgian Bay. These snow squalls will become prolonged and intense, capable of producing heavy snowfall, blowing snow, and sudden whiteout conditions. At the same time, a rapidly intensifying low-pressure system will track directly along the lower Great Lakes through early Monday. This storm track is a classic setup for very strong winds across southern and northeastern Ontario. Widespread wind gusts over 90 km per hour are expected, with locally stronger gusts near or exceeding 100 km per hour along exposed shorelines near Lake Huron, Georgian Bay, Lake Ontario, and Lake Erie. When these powerful winds combine with falling snow, blizzard conditions are likely to develop, especially east of Lake Huron and southeast of Georgian Bay. In these areas, snowfall totals are expected to reach 25 to 50 centimeters by the end of Tuesday. Counties most at risk include Grey, Bruce, Huron, Perth, and Simcoe, where lake-enhanced snowfall will be persistent and intense. The danger will not be limited to traditional snowbelt regions. Localized blizzard conditions may extend across much of southwestern and central Ontario, including portions of the Greater Toronto Area. Even in places where snowfall totals remain lower, strong winds gusting between 70 and 90 km per hour could still create near-zero visibility at times due to blowing snow. Given these conditions, road and highway closures are very likely in the hardest-hit areas. Travel may become extremely hazardous or even impossible at times, particularly through Monday and into Tuesday. Non-essential travel should be postponed wherever possible, as conditions may change rapidly with little warning. As we look toward northern Ontario, the story is heavy snow and dangerous whiteout conditions. Areas such as Timmins could see snowfall totals exceeding 50 centimeters as this system continues to pull moisture northward. Blizzard-like conditions will be possible at times, with blowing snow significantly reducing visibility on roadways. In the Ottawa Valley, freezing rain is expected to come to an end by late Monday morning as temperatures briefly rise above freezing. However, colder air will already be pushing into areas closer to Lake Huron, allowing rain to quickly change over to snow as early as mid-morning. This transition will allow bands of heavy snow to develop across southern and central Ontario, adding to the already dangerous conditions. There is also the potential for a frontal snow squall to develop along the advancing cold front. This type of snow squall can produce a sudden and intense burst of snow, rapidly reducing visibility and making travel extremely dangerous in a matter of minutes. By mid-morning on Monday, strong winds will become a major concern. Gusts of 90 to 100 kilometers per hour are possible near the lakes, while inland areas may still see gusts reaching 70 to 90 kilometers per hour. When combined with intense snow squalls, blizzard criteria will likely be met in several regions. The highest confidence for blizzard conditions remains east of Lake Huron, including communities such as Tobermory, Wyerton, Owen Sound, Kincardine, Hanover, Goderich, and Grand Bend. Southeast of Georgian Bay, areas near Lake Simcoe including Collingwood, Barrie, Angus, Innisfil, and Keswick are also at high risk. Surrounding areas such as London, Tillsonburg, Woodstock, Kitchener, Newmarket, Oshawa, and Orillia may also experience periods of blizzard conditions. While confidence is slightly lower in these locations, brief or localized whiteout conditions remain fairly likely. As the main storm system exits by Monday afternoon, snowfall will increasingly become driven by lake effect processes. This will concentrate the heaviest and most persistent snowfall within the snowbelt regions, particularly east of Lake Huron and around Lake Simcoe. Light to moderate lake effect snow will continue, and although snowfall rates may ease slightly, strong winds will keep visibility poor at times. Blizzard conditions may persist into Monday evening in the hardest-hit areas, even as snowfall rates decrease. Winds will slowly begin to ease overnight into Tuesday morning, but blowing snow will remain a major issue. Gusts of 70 to 80 kilometers per hour may still occur east of Lake Huron early Tuesday, keeping travel hazardous. Overnight Monday into Tuesday morning, persistent snow squalls are expected to become well established. One squall off Lake Huron may stretch through Huron and Perth counties and occasionally reach into Woodstock and Brantford. The Georgian Bay squall will likely focus on the Collingwood to Barrie corridor and may at times extend into parts of York and Durham region. These snow squalls may remain relatively stationary for several hours, allowing snow to accumulate rapidly as temperatures fall and snow becomes more efficient. By Tuesday afternoon, a shift in wind direction is expected to weaken the Georgian Bay squall, while the Lake Huron squall becomes dominant and drifts northward toward Hanover, Kitchener, and potentially the western GTA. Snow squalls are expected to persist into Wednesday, particularly across Grey and Bruce counties. Widespread snowfall totals of 25 to 50 centimeters are expected across many communities, including Port Elgin, Chatsworth, Hanover, Flesherton, Kincardine, Mildmay, Minto, Wingham, Goderich, Listowel, Mitchell, Clinton, Exeter, Woodstock, Collingwood, Wasaga Beach, Barrie, Angus, Innisfil, and Keswick. Areas just outside the core snowbelt zones may see lower totals of 15 to 25 centimeters, while much of the GTA, Niagara region, and eastern Ontario are expected to see less than 5 centimeters. Despite lower accumulations, strong winds and brief snow bursts could still lead to dangerous travel conditions. This is a high-impact and dangerous winter storm, and conditions can change rapidly. Stay tuned for further updates, follow local advisories, and avoid unnecessary travel where possible.